sit back in your seats, get something to eat, and watch this movie. Don't let the kiddies see it, because, well, we'll let you hear the beginning first. Thank you.
Welcome to Crown Club Reviewers, the only show powered entirely by Regal Unlimited passes, caffeine, and the questionable life choices that come from watching way too many movies. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Joey.
We're not professional critics, but we are professional nerds.
Each week we take you through the latest releases, breaking down everything entertainment throws our way. Insightful?
Sometimes.
Fun?
Always.
Honest?
Well, of course. Let's jump into today's feature. Hello, movie watcher extraordinaires, and welcome to our beautiful, beautiful hotel here in the city of New York that we call Crown Club Reviewers.
Wow, nailed it. Perfect. This is why people keep tuning in.
Well, guys, we went and saw They Will Kill You by director Kirill Sokolov, with writers Alex Litvak and Kirill Sokolov, with stars Zazie Beetz, Patricia Arquette, Heather Graham, and my personal favorite, Tom Felton.
Draco Malfoy.
First impressions right off the bat. One, you guys all know that I do not like horror films. I don't like scary films. I'm not into them.
I don't know if this has been addressed on.
Nice.
You've infected it.
I did. I have infected you.
I don't know if this has been addressed on the OlderNDumber review show before.
I'm not sure if it has, but if you've listened to the podcast, you'd know I hate horror films. I'm just not into them. They don't do it for me. I have horrible waking nightmares. So I can't really watch them. I can't do it. Especially if they're like based in reality. But if it's like a monster movie, I'm in. If it's a thriller, I can do it. But the moment there's any sort of realism to it or absolutely too much supernatural, can't do it.
However, the very realistic thing, the supernatural.
Hey, man. Anyway, but this movie, I can tell you guys confidently, as a person who can't stand horror, that this movie is not a scary movie. So for those of you who are thinking of not watching it because you think it's a scary movie, I promise you it's not. It is quite awesomely a action thriller, good versus evil. It's very, very fun. I enjoyed it, and I have so much to want to talk about for this film. But Joey, what's your first impression?
I thought it was awesome.
I knew you would.
For those of you that don't know, this is my jam.
Yeah, this is Joey's movies all day long.
I thought it was great. You know, the action was good. It was fun all the way through. It was well paced. I had a hell of a time. I thought it was great.
A hell of a time, guys. A hell of a time.
Wow. I did a thing.
Wow. Holy crap. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and start sort of the non-spoiler section of this review show. And with that, obviously, I think the first thing would have been the expectations based on the title alone, right? Like, I remember when you came to me and you were like, "Oh, Hunter, there's this movie coming out that I want us to do for CCR, and it's called They Will Kill You." And I looked at Joe, I said, "No." And he's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because it's a scary movie. I'm not watching." He's like, "It's not a scary movie. I promise you. You just watch the trailer. Just watch the trailer." I'm like, "No, I'm not going to do it." And you're like, "Just watch the trailer." So I watched the trailer, and after watching the trailer, I was like, all right, I think I can be convinced. It seems very more action-y.
You know what, Hunter? Anybody could kill you just because it says they. They could be anybody.
But I still was very skeptical going in. I was like, I know I'm going to get scared. I know it's going to be freaky and gruesome and blah, blah, blah. I'm glad. Gruesome. It was very gruesome. I'm glad I took the leap of faith and watched the movie. I was very happy. Was there any expectations based on the title alone that you thought going in that didn't surface, or do you think already going in you were like, I already know what this is?
I had my expectations set.
And were they met or
I
were
was
they
ready.
not met?
Yes, no, 100%.
They were met. Okay, they were met. Got you. Okay.
I was ready to walk in and watch Die Hard with vampires, and I feel like I got that for the most part.
Die Hard with vampires. I was sort of I like comparing it to like Evil Dead.
Well, yeah, because there's more to deal with, I think, in this than Evil Dead. Like Evil Dead had to scale down because it's a smaller, more
it's like 4 actors.
Right. You know? Whereas this, you have a whole building full of people.
Oh yeah, it's a totally different animal. So let's talk about Zazie Beetz, which I hope that's how you say her name. One, because it's fun to say, and I feel like I'm talking about like I'm announcing the next DJ coming out. But also because I don't want to butcher the name, because I've already been hit a couple times in the comment section for not knowing the names of actors and actresses. But Zazie Beetz, how did you feel? How did you feel about her being the main actress?
I think she did a great job, actually, and I think she has the perfect vibe for this sort of heroine role. Like, as I was watching this, there's big Tarantino energy, there's big Robert Rodriguez energy, there's big Sam Raimi energy, and I think that she was able to sort of play up that that sort of a heroine kind of role perfectly.
I might have a hot take in the fact that I don't even think this was really just a straight thriller or straight horror movie. Like, one, I don't think it's a horror movie at all. And two, I don't think it's just a thriller movie. I saw this movie as more of a action hero comedy. Like, I would put this as an action comedy movie more than a thriller.
I know I asked you when we came out and you hadn't seen it, but if you've seen From Dusk Till Dawn before, this movie has huge From Dusk Till Dawn vibes.
I did look up the movie as we left, and I was like, just from the description, I said, oh, yeah, no, that definitely gives the vibes of this movie.
Yeah, it's got the same, it's similar humor, it's similar action. The whole sort of feeling is very similar to that movie. So if you dig like you would like this.
I honestly felt it even sort of had a Shaun of the Dead vibe, but with less comedy.
Yeah, well, a different flavor.
Yeah, but I still think in general.
But yeah, they both have that. And I've brought this term up to you before when we've been talking about movies that I've sort of gotten you on my side to watch. This is a splat stick horror movie. The violence is treated very much like slapstick comedy would be treated.
Mm-hmm.
But then they use that to implement like the violence.
Mm-hmm.
It's very over the top. It's very cartoonish.
It was a super good blend of action and comedy. Like, I very much enjoyed. Like, it never was one or more over the top. And also, with a lot of films like, what the hell did you call it? A sloppy stick? What?
Splat stick.
Splat stick.
Like slapstick, but splat.
Yeah. So splat stick. With other movies to this genre, I feel like you get lost in the comedy or the action, and you lose the story or the theme or the lore that it's putting in front of you. But this movie, from start to finish, even with the comedy that's placed in there and the not taking itself too seriously aspect, it kept a gripping story from start to finish. Like, near the end of the movie, I was like, oh my gosh, this is Blade, bro. Like, I feel like I'm watching Blade right now. I loved their use of sound. And the reason why I say that is because from the start, from minute one of the movie to the end of the movie, every single sound was heightened or intensified in some way. And what I mean by that is even the littlest things, like the sound of a zipper or a key card or the picking up of candy or the movement of feet across something or the closing of a door, the moving of a shower curtain, like all of that was heightened. Like they specifically made it so you could hear that thing as loud as it possibly could, which made the action scenes even better because you were already accustomed to the extra sound effects, almost the equivalent of like in like a superhero movie, like the blam, pow.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I love about like. So this guy, Sokolov, yeah, Kirill Sokolov doesn't have many much under his belt. So this is one of his early films. You know, a lot of directors start off, they cut their teeth in horror, and you just see so many interesting like uses of the sound, uses of the camera, uses of effects. Like it's so nice to like watch something that's different than like the industry standard, where you see somebody who's very established make a movie and you're like, okay, this is very paint by numbers. Like this, you're seeing really interesting camera tricks and lighting techniques, and you know, they're doing whatever they can to get the most out of what they have. And I really appreciate that. Soundtrack rocks.
Soundtrack was very good. All right, guys. Well, if you hear that sound, that means we're heading into the spoiler section of this episode. So if you haven't seen the movie, you're going to want to go and watch it. Come back and watch the rest of this, or you can go ahead and watch right through and don't have to care about the spoilers, or maybe you just want to skip ahead to the actual review rating, which is also available to skip to as well. But here we go. First thing I want to say right off the bat, because it's on the top of my head, all right, man, I'm going to go straight to the end of the movie.
You were like, Tom Felton's already dead? What the heck?
Yeah. That's the beginning of the movie, Joey. No, I really did. I was like, holy shit, they really killed Tom Felton. I was like, damn, I really thought this guy was going to have more to do with the movie.
He cut his head off.
And then immediately, I'm not dead. We don't die, which is crazy. But anyway, I want to push all the way to the end of the movie because it's the thing that's on my mind the most right now. And which is very out of order, but I don't care. Throughout the movie, I was like, "Wow, it feels original. It's got its own lore. It's got its themes. It's cool." Now, obviously, the idea of heaven, hell, good, bad, whatever, isn't original. But
I was really happy that it wasn't vampires.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. That's the first thing I wanted to say is that it wasn't an already used villain, quote unquote, per se. It wasn't vampires. It wasn't zombies. It wasn't, the
fact that it was a Satanist cult that made themselves immortal.
Correct. It's just, they're just cultists who are immortal because of a crazy demon being. Like, that's it. And what are you gonna do about it, right? Like, but anyway, so yeah, I was very happy. I was like, wow, this is really cool. And as we got towards the end, that's where I started to get that Blade feeling. I was like, man, this is like watching Blade. This is really cool. And then I got to thinking, how can we make more? How can we get to the second film? How can we get to the third film? What franchising can we do? But I was like, I don't think it's going to be possible. It seems like it's going to wrap up really easily to just be like a one-off film. But
I don't
then
know. They're talking
we
about
have Maria sacrifice herself to save her sister, which in the exact moment when she was like, I'm sorry, sister, I have to do this. It's the only way. And goes up to the pig and starts writing a name. I looked at Joey, I tapped him, and we both shook our head yes, and we knew. She was writing her sister's name. We knew it. I knew it. Everybody in the freaking theater knew it. The people taking pictures in front of us also knew it, okay?
Fuck those guys.
They also knew it. However, in my head, I was like, she's writing her name, and then she's going to kill her. She's going to kill Asia, and then Asia's going to come back to life. But then she sacrificed herself. I was like, oh, damn. That got me a little bit. And then I was like, no, wait, that made sense. They had to give up a life to give a life. Okay, now I'm back in it, right? I was like, oh, you almost got me, but you didn't trick me.
Yeah, you have to take a life to give a life.
So she's like, oh my gosh, I can't die now, and like, well, in her dying voice, it's like, go fuck them up,
Yeah, I was sick. That was sick.
So she gets up, she starts fighting, she cuts off the sliver of skin with her name on it, tucks it in her pocket. The moment she did that, all I had in my head was, I will kill you. We will kill you. They will kill you too. I was like in my head. I'm like franchise. Next movie, give it to me. It's Evil Dead all over again. So then we do the whole ending fight scene. Super cool. Wow, what choreography. Very fun.
Yeah, the fight between Asia and Satan, the lady Satan
demon. I'm also not convinced it's Satan. It's just a demon. Like that wasn't. It's just a demon entity. Like
okay. I'm just saying they said that they're Satanists. So
yes,
I'm just going on what we were given.
Correct. Yes, but I think and that's the idea is what I'm saying for the continued franchise is the fact that they go and fight other cultists that are doing this.
Yeah.
And they just go hunt down people doing this stuff. But anyway, that's my franchise. I'm going to call it Krill, and we're going to make the next 4.
Make the next 4 movies.
But this is my one qualm with the movie. And I'm not joking. Like, the movie in general, all great. This is my one thing that I was like, you were smart the entire time. Why did you make this decision? And that is that she just changed the name to Maria to bring her back instead of, I don't know, write her sister's name and take off another sliver of flesh so that you're both immortal?
Well, here's my argument back to you. It wouldn't make a very interesting sequel if Asia was immortal. I like her having to ponder the fact that now her sister's immortal and what that means.
They both could be immortal. She was already immortal and just I changed my name to yours instead of taking another beef jerky.
The whole
Satan
theme of the movie was that her trying to redeem herself to save her sister.
She didn't redeem herself. She took out an entire cult and beat a demon. I think that's enough redemption. How about we both live in eternal happiness? In the tone shift from horror to what the movie really was. Or let's say thriller to what the movie really was.
You can say
so cool.
Horror action comedy. I think that's how it's officially listed.
So long. Pick 1 or 2. 3. Come on.
A thriller is like is like Silence of the Lamb.
But the what I was saying is the tonal shift. Like you're watching. I was telling Joey, first 10 minutes, I was like, man, I'm gonna get scared. I can feel it. I can feel the scary movie coming.
I'm pooping my pants.
And then the moment he licked her toe, I was like, nope, this is a different movie.
And I was like, my boy Sokolov here is a Quentin Tarantino fan.
I said, this is a different movie. Speaking of that,
my boy's a Quentin fan.
I was about to say it must be a Tarantino fan because that outfit she was wearing. The pants at least opposite coloring of Kill Bill. Mm-hmm. So instead of yellow with black, it was black with yellow.
She was definitely Beatrice Kiddo coded.
Beatrice Kiddo coded. Yeah, no. Yeah, very cool. I was very I felt, and like I had said earlier, like I felt like every decision she made too was like smart choices. There was never a moment where I was like, why would you go in there? Why would you do? Mm-hmm. Every decision was like, get him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like she came in there with a plan and she executed.
It's just the end. It's the only thing I got the problem with. Only thing. Everything else, fantastic. I love that he was just waiting for her outside too. Like that was just a part of the plan.
Yeah, her the PI she hired or whatever.
Just expected her to be there the next morning. You know what I mean? Like there was no, just crazy. I also really thought one of my favorite scenes. So in the top is definitely the the ballroom fight. Like
with the fire axe?
Yeah, so like just scene in general, it's at the top with the fire axe. Yeah. But actual camera usage when they were crawling through the like not the tunnels, the tunnels.
Because they had to build those, right? To do those shots. It was so good.
They had to build all that. And then they did that shot where they pulled out and you could see the full thing and her getting chased. Like,
yeah.
Wow. very cool usage of that. Like that was
Heather Graham just gaining on her because her hand was split in half at the time. Bro, the fight scenes too, like just like the close quarters fights where it's like everything was choreographed so well.
Yeah,
like
very, very well. That's where that sound thing I was talking about came into play. Just the ting, bang, boom, like all of it. Very action hero.
You know, and they were like brutal fights. Like she says at one point, like her sister's like, "Where'd you learn to fight like that?" And she's like, "Prison." Yeah, those felt like prison fights, man. It felt like Eastern Promises, like she was gonna grab a dude's dick and twist it. Definitely, you can tell this guy is like he's a Tarantino fan, he's a Rodriguez fan. Like, there's so many homages to those guys. Even Sam Raimi, like with some camera movement and stuff. Like, it's. I hope this guy goes on and makes some more movies because I'm excited to see what he does as he continues to grow.
Very much so.
It's continuing a tradition of that sort of grindhouse, indie, creative filmmaking style that I eat up.
Yeah. The other huge, I had said it earlier, was the fact that the lore stayed throughout. Like, there was never a moment where it was like, didn't you say? Like, there was never a questioning or a, like,
well, it wasn't. It didn't feel overly convoluted, right?
Correct.
Like they made a contract. This is what the contract does. Yep. This is how you undo the contract. This is how the building works. It wasn't like layers upon layers of like backstabbing and conniving and like I have to make this so complicated because audiences won't get it if it's. No, we'll get it. Don't make it too complicated.
Yes. All right, guys, let's go ahead and give our final verdict ratings for They Will Kill You. Joey, go ahead, hit it with us first. What are you rating this movie and why?
So I risk setting a very dangerous precedent right now.
I knew it.
And because there was a couple little, effects, bloopers, I don't think I'm ready to rate it where I was going to rate it after just one watch. Because I weighed it against some of my actual movies that would get that rating. I don't know if it's quite there. It's almost there. I'm giving it 4.5 shotgun shells out of 5.
Oh, you stole what I was going to use. 4.5 though. Wow. That might be your highest rating on the show so far. Wow.
I think it might be.
4.5 shotgun shells. Now you sort of just talked about how you went through your rating process, but why? Why 4.5?
Like I said, like maybe on further watchings, like it'll get that extra bump, but I don't know if it beats like my 5s, which are, I have a few movies that are there that would be at that level, and I don't know after one watching if this would surpass to get to that level.
I'm going to give it 4 Heather Graham eyeballs watching us from the vent.
Eyeball spy cam.
Eyeball spy cams. Because boy, was it not entertaining. It was quite the entertaining film. Very, very much so. I would suggest probably just about anybody to watch it. It is very mature though, so I guess, only a mature audience, but boy, it was great. And honestly, it like even villain wise, there was no like super main villain, so that was cool too. It was just about her being badass, like so fun. So yeah, that's what I'm editing it with. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Crown Club Reviewers here from Older and Dumber. Please, in the comments, let us know what you thought of the movie if you went and saw it, or if you're planning on going to see it, or whatever you want to tell us in the comments. Whatever. Tell me I said the names wrong. That works too. Whatever floats your fancy. But you can also tell us what movies you think we should see.
Ash versus Asia. Let us know in the comments.
Oh, that'd be cool. Dude, I had a whole team up movie for the franchise as well in my head. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you at the movies.